your God power. Get everything you ever wanted and live the life of your dreams. The Master's Course. Copyright 2010 by Richard Lee McKim Jr. All rights reserved. Let the quest for knowing begin. Your head above the clouds. If you were able to stick your head above the clouds, you would no longer be able to see anything else below you. However, if there were other people with their heads above the clouds also, you would be able to notice and see each other. If one of these other people had a great opportunity available, to whom could he offer it? He couldn't offer it to the people below him because he can't see them and has no idea who they are. He can only offer it to the people with whom he is aware. That includes you. You see, when you are operating within a certain frequency range, you are only aware of those other people and circumstances that are within that range. Every other situation and person in the world might as well be invisible, because in reality, they really are. That is why people promoting success always say, go to the neighborhoods where you want to live. Hang out with the people that you want to emulate. Think like they do, and you will see the same opportunities that they see. If instead, you go to the same places and think the same things that you have always done, you will always notice the same things that you have always noticed. And you will always have exactly the same opportunities that you had before. The smorgasbord technique. Life is like a smorgasbord. It has everything that you can think of and then some. All you have to do is select what you want from the abundant variety that is life and forget the rest. The only thing is that this smorgasbord is set up a little different than the normal one. In this one, you wander around the restaurant and look at what everyone else is eating. You are looking out at life around you in order to see what is available. I don't mean who or what specifically, but instead the elements or pieces and parts that will make up your perfect meal or life experience. On a smorgasbord, you don't have meals that are already put together. Instead, you only have the parts that make up the perfect meal. You notice that one person has the main course that you really love, roast beef, and they seem to be enjoying it, so you make a mental note of it. Next, over there is another person who has the vegetable dish that you've always liked, corn, so you make a note of it. Then another has the bread that you want, but everything else they have you don't care for, but that's okay, because you are only looking at the bread anyway, just the part that you want. Finally, another person has the drink and the dessert that you like, tea and pecan pie. Well, life is like a smorgasbord in that you look for the different kinds of things and parts that you like. It's unlike a smorgasbord because you can't actually get the separate individual parts and assemble the perfect experience. You can't get a handful of blonde hair and get a personality, then pick up the perfect body and the face that you want, and put it all together to create and assemble your perfect mate. In life, you get package deals that are already assembled and ready to go. The smorgasbord technique was only to get in mind the elements that you wanted. Now it's time to find the right package that already has those elements that you have pre-selected. Let's work through an example to see how this works. Let's say that you are looking for the perfect mate. How do you find the one that you want? Just like a smorgasbord, you have to choose the traits that you want and give thought to them. If you want someone with blonde hair and you've given it some thought, all the people who have blonde hair begin to resonate with you and catch your attention. Of course, that is easy to understand because that is a visual thing, something that you can actually see. But the same holds true for anything or any aspect that you're looking for. You can select for a great personality. Then people with great personalities begin to catch your attention even if they aren't saying a thing. Who they are is resonating with you at a psychic level that you cannot see but still catches your notice. So now that you have established two traits, those people who have blonde hair and a great personality have twice the resonant quality and catch your attention and stand out more than the ones with only blonde hair or only a great personality. As you build your plate in more and more detail, the greater and greater the resonant quality and power becomes. Now you might have a situation where you notice someone in the park who's having a blast playing with their kids. They're having a great time, and you think, well, I can see that they're married, and so I can't have that. What? Wrong. Stop. Remember, this is a smorgasbord situation. So you've noticed an item that is on someone else's plate already. So what? You are only collecting traits that you are interested in so that you can clearly have in mind what you want for yourself. As you build a more and more detailed idea of who this person is, they will stand out from the crowd, notice you, and be noticed by you. You will notice each other. So notice how they play with their kids and enjoy that personal trait that you like. If you notice a trait that you like and then say, I can't have them because they're married or a celebrity or too old or too young or whatever, what you end up saying in a vibrational way is that you can't have that trait. Maybe that person you were admiring in a movie is even dead. So what? You are only noticing things that you like in a person. That's all. So instead, observe and really enjoy the trait that you love. See it in action. Get your fill of it. Get it clearly in your mind. As your trait list becomes more focused, the power of resonance becomes stronger and stronger until one day you bump into someone who is exactly who you've been looking for, and it's love at first sight. It happens every day. By the way, this person was also thinking of someone like you. Otherwise, they would never have noticed you. Resonance is the best matchmaker in the universe. Use it. It's free. The smorgasbord strategy works on anything and everything that you are wanting, from a great job to a new car or a new home or to the love of your life. All you have to do is look for examples of different aspects of what you want. Observe them and give great thought to them. As you add more and more detail to exactly what you want, its resonant power becomes greater and greater until the day arrives when everything magically falls into place. The last but most important point is that you must really believe that you can have the thing that you want. Don't worry if you don't at first. The universe has a wonderful way of giving you more and more belief as you become clearer about it. There will come a point when you will not only know that you can have it, but there will be no doubt that you will have it. There is also the bad use of the smorgasbord strategy. This is when you constantly give notice to and point out the things that you don't want or don't like. You could say, I don't like brunette colored hair, which would only cause you to notice everyone who has it. Then as you add to the things that you don't want, the more and more frustrated you'll become because that's all you notice is the things that you don't like. Besides, it's much easier to think of what you do want than to name every single other thing that you don't want. That would be like naming thousands of colors that you don't want to paint your house in order to have the only color left that is the one that you do want. Wouldn't it be easier just to name the one color that you do want than just look for that one?
To continue. Go to How to Use Your God Power, Chapter number 5, Segment number 20. Let your quest for knowing continue.